Purpose or pleasure, you can pick. You fucking go ahead and pick. You choose. I tried it both ways. That's the only options, guys. You either live a life of purpose or you live a life of pleasure where you're a fucking hedonistic piece of shit who's always chasing the dragon, just trying to get the next little blip, and then everything in between is just fucking misery and foolishness and shit that's fucking terrible for you, for your internal state, physical and fucking mental. Purpose or pleasure, that's all there is. When you can link your life to a purpose, something bigger than you, everything becomes easy. All the things that are required to make you feel good actually start to illuminate themselves, and you don't need that pleasure shit. I don't need any of that shit. I just don't, because I have a purpose to become the best person that I could possibly be so that I could share that shit with the rest of the world and hope to inspire and motivate other people to do the exact same thing. Then, if we all elevate it up, our actual daily life and daily experience, the moments in between, become fucking amazing. So just understand, that's the only two choices. The purpose one is what you guys are stuck in with this fucking identity crisis shit of like, well, maybe giving in to every whim that I have on a continuous daily basis is just me understanding self. That's not understanding self. That's being hedonic. That's been around forever. That's actually how you mask your own true self from fucking you. All those things put a barrier and a guard up over your soul because you're escaping your reality and you're running away from yourself. Then you stop giving yourself self-love. Then your fucking relationships deteriorate because emotional exchange rate is real. You can only exchange an emotion at the exact same rate which you exchange it with self. That's a fucking fact, and you know it. When you guys are feeling fucking full of hate towards the world, you're feeling full of hate towards yourself. When you're feeling overwhelmed and overflowing with fucking love for the world, it's because you're feeling love for self because you've earned it. It's a thing. If you trust people, if you have an abundant mindset and you know that everything's going to work out, it's because you're feeling that internally, and that will manifest itself in your actual physical world. If you're feeling scarce and you're feeling full of fear, that's what's going to manifest itself into your life. Emotional exchange rate is real. You will give that away to other people. You'll be fearful for them. You'll have no faith in them. You'll tell them that their thing won't work. Oh, that's never going to work. You'll become a hater. That's because you've cultivated that. That's because you're constantly consumed with if you're feeling good enough or not. How about if you're being good enough or not? Pleasure seekers are out there going like, well, I don't think I'm feeling good enough. Purpose seekers are going, I don't know if I'm being good enough. I don't know if I'm being good enough for me, and I don't know if I'm being good enough for the world. I might have more fucking I could lay out there that I can contribute. Do you know what happens when you go the purpose route? You start to minimize self. Listen to my main message. Pursuing personal excellence by minimizing the ego. My whole thing when I say mind, body, spirit, it's not to get any of those things. It's to fucking alleviate the true self that you actually are by getting rid of a bunch of shit that's in the fucking way. Minimizing self, minimizing the ego, minimizing the importance of your own fucking self-image and how people view you. Thinking about a bigger picture of a purpose. Am I being good enough? Am I doing good enough? Am I going to get to the end of my life and go, man, I really fucking slayed it. I tried. I gave it my all. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't care about how I'm feeling. When I look at how I'm feeling, it is to analyze if the way I'm living, again, is good enough. If it's in alignment with where I'm supposed to be fucking walking. How I'm supposed to be behaving. That's it. It's as simple as that. When I was a pleasure seeker, all I lived for were these small little moments, and everything in between was white noise, right? Now I've completely flipped that on its axis. Now all the little moments in between this shit is all amazing, and the little events that happen are just the wrenches that get thrown into my system. And those are just challenges for me to deal with. Those are unavoidable adversity. I just handle those by following the operating system and the blueprint that I already know works and doing it fucking daily, because I don't know when one of those things is going to come up. It's my whole purpose now. You could almost see it as like this realistic expectation management. I'm not trying to feel amazing all the time. I'm trying to make sure that I feel miserable as little as possible. And by shrinking that amount of misery down, I've understood that you live in a sense of serenity and peace when you accept both good and bad, and you just be. What have I learned from meditation is equanimity. I don't have to change everything. I don't have to formulate an opinion about everything. I can just let things be and just go, oh, that's just the way that is. To judge and to not fucking absolutely make it as this negative or positive thing. To observe, truly, not to judge, to be honest. Just to truly observe things. That's the route of purpose. That's where you want to go. That's where your fucking soul is telling you to go. These neuroses, they're telling you that you're not living that way. That's all they are. It's not any more complicated than that. Stop living for pleasure only. Start living some for purpose. What could you be purposeful about? There's so many things to give a fuck about, guys. Other people, the people in your fucking lives, the people that you care about, the greater good. Spreading positivity and joy on a daily basis. Becoming the best person that you could be so that you could have a sense of fucking confidence and respect for yourself when you go out into the world. Other people could read on you. So just understand, purpose will always trump pleasure. I tried the pleasure route, and you dumb fuckers that are going like, oh, well, you gotta have fun and you gotta have fun. Sure. You know what's fun? Is living a life that you like. Being around people that like you and know that they can count on you and rely on you. Being able to pay your fucking bills on time. Being able to take your kids to these cool things. Being able to buy shit for people. That's cool. That's fun. You know what's not fun? Escaping reality with a bunch of fucking losers at a fucking bar. It's not, I promise. I've done it. Brought me zero fulfillment. All the other shit that I just said brings me fulfillment on a daily basis. I feel amazing. So, get back out there. You know, if I'm talking to you and you fucking hear the pleasure thing and you know that that's you, you know that you need to get some of that shit nixed off your fucking plate. And if you've gone so fucking far that you're an addict, you absolutely have to do a hard reset and get rid of all that shit. So, let's get back out there. Start grinding. Y'all got this. You can definitely live a life of purpose instead of being a fucking pleasure seeker. I turned it around. It didn't take that long.